atmosphere like this.
Yeah, that's a big reason why they're a lot better than this year than they have been, especially last year too. They're just more experienced.
Edwards dumps it over the middle for State. It was Rebecca Poljon. There's Edwards. Deflection at the net and the first kill of the day for Brianna Edwards.
Looking to win this Big Ten opener.
Senior Nia Gross serving. IU sends it out to their freshman in Saris. Overpass by Colheed. State somehow saving it. Out of system. Edmonds, the libero, sends it back over for Sparty. Over to Zumak. There's a kill.
Wonderful kill there by Zumak.
Has hit over 250 just once, and that was against Alabama A&M. Sloppy overpass there by Gross.
These injuries to start this year come after missing all of last season as well, so she's really had the injury bug. So hopefully she stays out there and plays well.
Kaylee Ramelsberg is into the match for Indiana, the middle blocker. Only played one match last week. Dealing with some back tightness, and she gets a ferocious kill. Now the back must be feeling good there. Both squads, a lot of energy. There's just something about Big Ten volleyball. It looks, it sounds, it feels different. There's Poljon, it catches. No, it missed long.
And Coach George mentioned she's played all over the court, so she has that experience.
2.5 blocks per set for State. They won't get it there, though. Blocking air off the net.
Not as good of a record as Michigan State has, but they're looking to compete with the Michigan States of the Big Ten and see if they can really put up a fight.
Franklin the jump serve, and just free ball. That one blocked. There is Ramelsberg again. She can do it all, offense and defense. Edwards rejected. Nope, it's out. Big Ten volleyball is actually up at the Jennison Fieldhouse in East Lansing. Last game of the 2019 season for both of these teams. State with their biggest lead so far this match on a 3-0 scoring run. Will end there. Out, Edwards has been a little bit inconsistent so far for Indiana this season. She's a true freshman.
Yeah, Saris has really impressed Steve Aird and the coaching staff a lot for the Hoosiers. As there you see the Hoosiers getting the point.
Very proud of his Canadian roots. Haley Armstrong, the libero for IU, has played a couple points today. Also out of the Toronto area. Set by Hayworth to the Canadian Saris, sent long. But they were the only people in the stands. They didn't make a whole lot of noise. It's a little bit louder this year.
Yeah, once again, great to see the fans back.
Overpass, and Ramelsberg makes State pay.
Do need to get in there, along with Franklin. Those two have some good chemistry defensively.
Good dig by Sarame, but it's sent right back over. IU out of system here. And Saris blocked, dug out by Edwards. Nice communication there. Franklin and the libero Edmonds nearly crashed heads. Max Brown, after taking a facial, serving. Right side to Edwards, half fault. IU has cut it to a point a couple times. He's not been able to tie it up since it was very early in this first set. Over to Gross. Misfire there, and the Hoosiers have tied it up. Libero transfer from Florida to serve for Indiana. Dumped over by Cullen to Edwards. Out by Gross. There's Franklin, but off her line, playing out of the back row. It has to make Krista Von Sato, you saw there, the assistant coach and offensive coach for Indiana, happy. Slide attack by Colheed. It's a Franklin. Armstrong has had a great first set for Indiana. The dig there. Misplay on the slide attack by Poljon.
When you win those 3 matches and you start to feel yourself a little bit, so they've got to just get used to this quality play.
Hayworth, the ace, and jump serve paints the line. It is allowed here in Wilkinson Hall as Cullen serves for Michigan State. Slide attack to Colheed. Not on a reception error. The Hoosiers have a 2-point lead.
They're 3 points away from doing so.
Ashley Zuloff in to serve for Indiana, and she's got an ace. Edmonds misplayed it. Hands on their feet here at Wilkinson Hall. They sense the importance of this. Colheed to serve. Franklin the dig. Back to Franklin. Rejected. Sparty keeps it alive, and Cullen able to send it over out of system. Misplay there, and Saris just has to dump it back over. Franklin wide. The Hoosiers take the first set against Michigan State in the Big Ten opener. Has played this entire match. Brooke Westbeld, the graduate senior, normally starts for IU, has not played, out with an injury. Allie Johnson, the serve for State. Takes that one out from Zumak. Senior Johnson. And that's a net touch by State.
Oh yeah, definitely between the acoustics and just the view. Michigan State staring right into that IU student section and their silly outfits and costumes. So definitely that's a tough atmosphere for any opposing squad.
With all the costumes the IU student section has. Beautiful set by Cullen. Set up Johnson, that will go down as a kill. Now a setter dealing with some jumpers. Had to deal her whole life with a jumper in her dead. A fourth kill for Ramelsburg. Emily Fitzner into the game for IU with that serve. Oh my, Sarame tried to dig that and it looked like she jammed her thumb. Oh, Cecily Max Brown with some serious fire of the right arm. Edwards the poke, dug out by Max Brown. Center Cabangeli, and that will be a kill for the junior out of Ontario. Spartans with the early lead here in set number 2, trying to bounce back after the Hoosiers took set 1, 25-21. There's a block. It's Gross again and Max Brown.
So IU was just letting them, make the mistakes and laying back. But now Michigan State seems a little bit more locked in here.
Slide attack, and Gross was wide of the antenna.
Built, like I said, Wilkinson Hall and the $17 million overall facility for their volleyball team. Coach Aird, a big part of that.
Edwards finds the back corner. Beautiful shot there by our Big Ten crew. The power of Edwards and the power of Hayworth as well on the serve, causing chaos for State. Aces already today for Cam Hayworth. That jump serve is hard to handle. Edwards able to sneak it over to Gross. Now Cabangeli will give it a try. A kill for the Spartans. They're back in front. Edmonds to serve for Michigan State. Cabangeli back for the Spartans. Hadn't played since September 3rd, Labor Day weekend. Out the last 2 weeks with an injury. As that one sails wide from Hayward.
There we go. I mean, like you said, very famous family member there.
Well, you've got the athletic genes. It's interesting, though, because you'd maybe think that she'd be a middle blocker and get some blocks. Of course, Mutombo, famous for his no, and wag of the finger. Zuloff's got a fair amount of playing time for Indiana. Another serve for the redshirt freshman, and Franklin out of the back row. 10 co-freshmen of the week. Last weekend at the Green and White Invite up in East Lansing. Michigan State won all 3 matches. Out wide, there is Zuma. That's what makes her special. We're able to pull ahead and away in the first set to win it 25-21. Over to Saris. Zuma gives it a try, dug out by the Spartans. Cullen hands it to Cabangeli out of the back row. Now Zuloff. Longer points of the match so far. Cecile Max Brown, dug out by Indiana. Saris will try. Who wants it more? Franklin the tip. What a save. Sarame got it back. What a point this has been. Over to Zumak. The kill.
Feels like the Hoosiers should get 2 points there to finish it off. Both teams were just kind of you know, weighing each other out, and even when both teams would go for a harder strike.
Great college sports and the best conference by far when you look at the rankings and stats over the last 30 years. The Spartans get a much-needed side-out point. One of their 3 team captains. Overpass, and Edwards finishes it with the right kill. Leftovers for the senior.
A good job by her to just sniff it out.
Team leading 6 kills for Brianna Edwards tonight. Franklin, but dug out by Fitzner. Sent back over by Armstrong. Right side, and Sarah Franklin again.
To get it over to her and Franklin.
Franklin now to serve. Good dig again by Armstrong. IU's been really sound defensively this evening. A joust. The Hoosiers get into system. Surprise attack by Hayworth, and she'll earn a kill. Don't typically expect the setter to try and attack, and the Spartans were flabbergasted. Cecile Max Brown out of system, out of control. Kathy George, they have looked like a whole different team tonight. Ole Sarame the serve for Indiana, fed over to Gross, and the Spartans with a key side-out point to tie it at 15 all. Away her play style and off the court, she is going to assert her opinion, and she's going to assert her play and dominance. Edwards the misplay, joust at the net, won by Sparty. Out of the back row, Cecile Max Brown. Of course, there's plenty of time to spend inside, so volleyball is a good sport up in Canada. Out of the back row, oh my goodness. Just so impressive with Franklin, because has obviously the skill as the slide attack from Colheed is dug out, but she also has the versatility. I mean, she's a 6-position player. She can play any position on the court. And as you see Franklin again, she's going to get another kill. She's playing back row. Now she looks like she's playing right side.
And when we talked to Kathy George on Wednesday, her eyes just lit up when talking about Sarah Franklin. Now we see why.
There's always that player that a coach loves to talk about. And Kathy George pretty excited about her, as that one was tipped at the net. Zuloff the serve for IU. Edmonds digs it out. Not a great dig, though. And finding clear space is Colheed. Sloppy again.
They just make the key slip-ups, like you said, late in the set, and that's not going to be good in this match or going forward for them in Big Ten play.
Gross is pretty good.
If you're the Spartans, you don't want to go down 2-0.
Michigan State program has not won a 5-set match since 2019. Going 2-0 behind on the road in the Big Ten is nearly impossible. As Zumock sends that one wide on a ricochet off the net cord. Has clawed ahead here in the second set.
Let's see how the Hoosiers respond coming out their timeout.
Right side, and the senior Zumock.
And this IU monitoring how much she plays, but they want her to be efficient when she's out there, and she has been.
Calling the set to Max Brown out of the back row, and Ramelsburg was just waiting for that. Colheed to serve again. Good dig by Edmonds, overpass, and finish by Saris. Raises the importance of this match for both teams looking to build momentum and get back to the NCAA tournaments. Franklin. Right side, and Saris deflected at the net. Cecily Max Brown gets to it, and Franklin able to dump it back over. Saris take 2, she sends it well wide. Cabangeli the serve for State. Right side, and Zumock. Indiana retakes the lead, going to their experienced senior transfer.
Some of the biggest points in this entire match, definitely in this set. And then she goes right out managing her injury.
Cullen, back set, kill. That's Rebecca Poljan, who's been pretty quiet today. Grace Danzinger to serve for State. Sarame, Hayworth, Ramelsburg. Dumped back over by Sparty. Right side, and Saris rejected. Franklin and Gross, that combination again. Here's the freshman Saris. She struggled with service errors of her own. She gets that one in, and miscommunication again by Michigan State. IU has a set point. Kabengele. Over to Edwards. Good job by Cullen falling into the stands, but Kabengele dumps it into the net, and Indiana will take the second set on Michigan State.
Ramelsburg with the 500 hitting percentage today. Zumock 364, both incredible numbers for them.
So now you had been snake bit through the first four weekends of the season, going just 6-6.
Leading up to this match, it was IU who really struggled to close out sets and to finish, but it's been Michigan State here so far in this one.
Hayworth to Ramelsburg, Colheed I should say, set back. Over to Saris, long.
And I can understand that this early in the set.
Absolutely. Franklin out of the back row. Over to Saris. Cecily Max Brown, and she sent that one wide. In the middle of the point here. It's well dug out by Sarame. And a Franklin attempted kill. Over to Saris. That's blocked. What a job by the Hoosiers out of system, keeping it alive. Cecily Max Brown finally finds ground there off the fingertips of Colheed at the end of sets, which is the opposite of what you think when State is the experienced team and IU is the younger team.
Right, I definitely think this home crowd has a little bit to do with that. Michigan State just doesn't seem prepared to play against this home crowd.
Or they'll finally be able to return home to Jennison Fieldhouse, another great atmosphere in Big Ten volleyball. Michigan State always typically in the top 10 of attendance. Volleyball. As that one sent long by Zumock.
With their fan base and their students are packing it up here in Wilkinson Hall tonight.
Over to Saris, and the Hoosiers get the point. A net violation there by the Sparty blockers. Dave Shondell is done with the Boilers. Probably the biggest match tonight in Big Ten volleyball. Top 10 matchup is that one attacking here by Poljan in the Big Ten.
And you just love the atmosphere. You can feel it. You can feel the atmosphere of that game from here just because the first day of Big Ten play.
Family and friends, no public allowed. This abbreviated Big Ten only spring season last year. Saris able to get that over and has to be dumped back by the Spartans. Over to Zumock. Oh my! Sarame unable to dig that one out as it soars into the crowd here. Hoosiers have dominated the last couple points. Both sets, much cleaner volleyball. Overpass and the joust won by Gross. Saris the serve. Edmonds another poor dig. And just miscommunication and struggles again.
No, she hasn't, and she leads this team in digs, but like you said, she hasn't really had that much of an effect on today's match.
Edwards, no, it was tipped. Looked like a little bit too much mustard, but there was actually some relish on the hot dog. It's a point for Indiana. To the Elite Eight back in 2017. There were 7 seniors on that team. Ever since that, Michigan State has been young until this year. And trying to get back to the NCAA tournament.
And she's 2 wins away from her 300th victory in Lansing.
They lead 2-0 and 10-8 here in the third set over Michigan State. Out of the back row, and Sarah Franklin, you have to imagine, is starting to get tired. Westbelt has not played for IU, and Hayworth has been excellent. Slide attack. Edwards got the block. State keeps it alive with Cecily Max Brown. Back over to Edwards. Cross, nice dig. Max Brown, another free ball over. Out of the center is Colheed. Max Brown will try again. Right side, Edwards. That's a kill. Hoosiers by 3. Already in a .269 hitting percentage, which if you have a criticism of Edwards in her career, you would be sometimes being a little sloppy. She has not been tonight. She has kill number 11 for number 11.
And she has really been up for the task.
Ashley Zuloff in to serve for Indiana. Over to Franklin. Saris. Edmonds the dig out of the back row, and Cabangeli. Misplayed by Zuloff.
So Michigan State still feels like they're in this one, but they've definitely got to come up here down by 3 points.
What a dig by Sarami and Zuloff. Keep it alive. Over to Cabangeli. It's blocked. It's Zumak. What a great story Zumak is. Played 1 year at Creighton before transferring to Indiana. Has struggled with injuries. There's a creative little dump set up by Julia Bishop into the game for Michigan State.
Yeah, Zumak, one of the leaders of this Hoosiers team, and you can just tell the energy and the vibe is different when she's out on the court for IU.
Another sneak attack by Hayworth. It works again. A 5-point lead for Indiana. And the faces said it all on that Sparty sideline. Not great body language for State. Franklin trying to wake them up. A much-needed kill by Sarah Franklin, her 11th of the match.
Your best player, when possibly your best player is Franklin, who's just a redshirt freshman, you might not get those leadership aspects from her.
Right side and Saris. What a rejection. That was Cullen. And again. Ramelsburg making it look easy. And she's not even at the full understanding of the game. She's just kind of getting there. Her pure skill has taken her so far. Now she's really learning how to play the sport at the next level. Over to Edwards. There's kill number 12. Steve Harrod is not mince words. He said, yeah, she's been up and down so far this season. Tonight is a massive up for Edwards, who plays that one off the net. Hoosiers just 6 points away, make it 5. Another attacking error by Michigan State.
You said it, this would absolutely be a statement from Indiana should they pull this off.
A creative dump there by Cullen gets Michigan State a much-needed side-out point. They're only at 100 at the end of the first set.
That shows how well they've done.
Edmonds, good dig there over to Cecily Max Brown, who's been very quiet tonight. Ooh, a joust won by State. Over to Edwards. Oh, rejected by Cross. No other outside hitter for Michigan State hitting above 100. Another sneak attack by Hayworth, the third time, and it's worked all 3 times. 4 points away from Indiana for a score that will get a lot of people's attention when they go to sleep tonight and are checking the scores across the Midwest in Big Ten volleyball. Big reason has been Brianna Edwards right there, number 11. What a crafty play by Edwards. We've seen the power, now we see the IQ. That woman right there, Paula Sarame, came in from Florida and took her spot. Armstrong has still been a captain, still a leader, and she's been rewarded with some playing time and some really good play tonight. As there's an error from Cecily Max Brown. Dating 2 weekends back was against SWAC team Alabama A&M that hadn't won a set. 2 points away from winning their Big Ten opener. It's the Michigan State team that's 7-2. Cecily Max Brown with an angry play there, but Sarabi with the story of the night. Incredible Indiana defense on the dig. Edwards. A sneak attack by Cullen, and Colleen said, not in my house.
This crowd is electric right now. Set point.
Everyone on their feet in Wilkinson. Match point number 1 for Indiana. Franklin. What a play by Hayworth. Edwards dump, sails a little long. Edmonds the serve. Slide attack, poked away, overplay by Hayworth. And Sarami's dig soars into the hands of volleyball assistant SID Jared Rigdon.
And this crowd, as you can hear, is loud.
What a play by Sarame to keep it up in the air. Out of the back row, and Franklin putting Sarame on the ground of the night. This one out of the back row.
Yeah, I feel like a WWE announcer. Franklin out of nowhere with that one there, getting the kill.
Edmonds again. Edwards. Over to Cecily Max Brown. Hoosiers wanted a double tap. They'll get that. A violation on Michigan State, and Indiana will sweep Michigan State.